Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of the CrossFit Lowlands Throwdown podcast. Robin Salman, Nolan Mooney.
Hey guys, what's up?
We are here talking today about the coronavirus.
So we thought it would be a good idea. Everyone's kind of feeling the coronavirus, or not kind of. Everyone is feeling it. It's hitting home for everybody more and more every day, and nobody's an exception to that, and no organization. And so we got the news last night that one of our multi-year judges, Giancarlo, he passed away last night as a result of being infected with the coronavirus. So we would like to, we want to dedicate this episode to him and send our sympathies and just our love, man, to his family, to his loved ones. Everybody's hurting right now. And everyone's going to feel this, I think, at a personal level. So
talking about Giancarlo, he was judging all over the globe. I saw him at the Fieldy 150. I saw him at Waterpalooza. I heard stories about he was judging at Atlas Games. So
yeah, he was a motivated dude. He was actually, when I was still the head judge at Lowlands, he was a judge in the judging team then. And then when I competed at Lowlands, he judged me. Always motivated, always dedicated, always just fired up about his thing. I remember getting a no rep from him and talking about it later. And he's like, "I'm sorry, man, but I had to no rep you." I'm like, "Brother, that's your job," But he was always very enthusiastic, fired up, committed. Ultimately, he wanted to be a judge at the CrossFit Games. But shit happens, man. And unfortunately, he passed away. Yeah. So just would like to send our condolences and again sympathy to his family, to his loved ones, and we're rest in peace, brother.
Yeah.
So I think today really the focus is going to be kind of the current situation, and we can give you the current situation here in the Netherlands, and we've got a guest today.
Yeah, we got a guest. Our head of medical, Mira, Mirwais will join us today.
Hey, Mirwais, how you doing, man?
Hi, guys. I'm good. How are you?
We're, I guess as good as everyone can be in this current situation.
Yeah, totally agree.
But hey, first off, thanks for talking with us. We really appreciate it. It's great to have you as a guest and on the show.
Oh, no problem, guys. Thank you for asking me, and I'm really looking forward to answering your questions.
Cool. If at all possible, or we'd like to kind of kick this off with a little bit of just you telling us who you are, what you do, your background, and then we have a couple questions for you too, man.
All right. So my name is Mirwais Mehrab, as you I think mentioned before. I'm an emergency medicine resident physician with a very special interest in sports medicine. For example, I did extensive research. I conducted extensive research about injuries in CrossFit, and I'm still doing that. And besides that, I'm a CrossFit Level 2 coach and a weightlifting coach.
Nice, man. Very cool.
And also, not to forget, the head of medical of the CrossFit Lowlands Throwdown.
Yeah, I'm really proud about that one.
Yeah.
Awesome, dude.
I mean, I don't remember when we met for the first time, but I know that you've been pretty active within our community, within the CrossFit community at large, from many different angles, and so you got a bit of a name and reputation. A good one.
Oh, thank you, Nolan. Nolan, actually, I met you at my CrossFit Level 1 in 2012 in Twente.
Yeah, man. I think I remember. So a while ago.
I had no beard at the time, actually.
Yeah.
I think that makes a difference.
I also had hair on the top of my head at that time, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Well, cool, man. All right. So I guess Corona is the big news thing right now. It's all over the whole world, and because of what you're doing right now and where you're working. We would really appreciate your kind of just an update from you on the current state of the situation as of today, the 23rd of March, I guess, in our region or where you're at.
So, Nolan, where I'm at, I'm a emergency resident physician in Tilburg, in the south of the Netherlands. And that's basically the epicentrum of the coronavirus infection in the Netherlands, but it varies per region. As far as our region goes, there are a lot of people who are infected at the moment, but it's spreading in very little steps also to the northern parts of the country, and you see actually the same pattern all over the world. It starts with a very small group of people, and the idea is, the hypothesis is that people are getting affected especially at mass gatherings, for example, at big parties or as in the Netherlands, carnival, or maybe even in church or in mosques. And at the moment, I think there are about 4,000 people in the Netherlands who are tested positive for corona infection. But there are a lot of people who could have corona as well, but they are not tested at the moment. And that has to do with what's sufficient and who should you not test, because the relevance is it's not really important to exactly know how many people are affected. Simply at this moment, if people are feeling unwell, have shortness of breath, or symptoms as coughing or fever, they really should stay at home.
Okay.
You could also you could have a regular cold, to be honest, but we cannot distinguish at the moment, especially in young and fit people, whether you have a cold or you have a corona infection. But the risks are really too big to just do what you were doing before at the moment. So at the moment, there are about 4,000 infections in the Netherlands who we actually what we know about, and I thought about 140 people who died about corona. It's
right.
Yeah.
The reality is that people are dying. They're passing away because of this disease or the virus, and it's a tough situation. I think a lot of people have never been confronted with this kind of either suffering or these adjustments on society, and it's everybody's dealing with it in a different way. From your perspective, which individuals right now are at most risk for contracting the virus, or maybe have the greatest risk for really suffering, potentially, it being fatally?
Yeah, so basically everyone can get infected. Let's start about that one right away.
Yes,
and everyone
please.
can get affected really badly, but we see that mostly elderly people or people with comorbidities such as diabetes or earlier pulmonary diseases, they have the most chance to, they can be affected by it. Yeah, definitely. But it's really important for everyone to understand that we all can get infected by this, and we all can spread it. So it's not about you. Yeah, we're fit. Let's say that we train CrossFit every day, constantly varied, and all that stuff. But it doesn't mean that our grandpa and grandma are as fit as we are. So basically,
Absolutely.
you can spread it really easy to people like that, and they're really at risk.
Yeah, I think we've all seen those posts on social media of young people, in their 20s or fit people that are saying like, "Oh, I'm fit, so I'm good." But it's not about them; it's about us. It's about everyone. And
exactly.
Yeah, the virus doesn't discriminate.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, that's the truth, indeed. So, but it's really absurd. But I think for some people, it's really difficult to imagine what we're dealing with, simply because I think no one who's alive has ever dealt with something like this before, with an infectious disease that has this kind of impact. And I think people really need some time to kind of process what the hell is going on right now in the world, and them staying at home is really something weird. So the whole concept is new for everyone. So everyone, it's normal that people need the time to adjust to that. But it's on the other hand a bit absurd that people are still going outside and trying to go to tequila parties, as we saw in the news in Suriname.
Yeah. So
that's something that
that it really brings us to our next point. What can or should we do? Like, we as an affiliate owner and trainers, we're constantly we're branching into that virtual coaching world. We're posting workouts that people can do at home. We're telling people to stay fit, try to do the things that they can do that are within their control. But I think a lot of people are looking at this almost like vacation, and they're going to the Baumarkt and the Praxis, and there's lines of hundreds of people. They're going to the beach and hanging out
and visiting the parks all together. Yeah, it's crazy.
What is your advice? I mean, you're you got your boots on the ground, man. You're the first line of defense right here. You're taking care of this epidemic, this pandemic. What can we do? What are good ideas? What are bad ideas? You know.
Well, a good idea is to stay the F home, basically.
It's not that difficult.
Yeah, and to wash your damn hands.
Yeah.
So they're really basic things, but it's how the virus spreads so easily. If people should really wash their hands, avoid as much as you can touching your face and your mouth and all that stuff, and just stay the F home. It's simply necessary. We're in a phase at the moment that we see that at a constantly rate people are getting infected, and it's a viral disease. So at the moment we cannot really do so much about it. We can only help people with the medicine and stuff we're giving. Basically, they're not curing the virus, but they're helping the individual
deal with the infection.
To deal with the infection themselves. So what we can do is basically stay at home, take care of each other, wash our hands, and keep the social distancing principles alive and well. And it's really amazing to see what all you ability owners are doing with posting the at-home workouts. I actually doing some of them myself. I'm really enjoying it. Okay. And I also see now that some affiliate owners are offering coaching for people, coaching online for people who struggle with their motivation. It's amazing to see.
Yeah. Now, I know for me yesterday, I I went outside with my partner and we took a walk, and we were in the woods, and you definitely come across some people, and everyone. I was really surprised to see how much everybody really stuck to the social distancing, but again, your recommendation is stay the F home. Is that better for right now in this current situation? Let's just not take those walks outside. Let's not get on the bike. And even with the social distancing, is it better to just stay inside right now? What would you say to that?
Yeah, it's really difficult, because I think if you will only stay inside, you will get mad, and all those other people as well. So an example is for countries like Italy, where the virus is really next level. People are allowed to take a little walk around, let's say, 50 yards from where they're living, just to get outside for a bit. I think it's really unhealthy to stay at home all the time. Right. But in general, the rule about staying at home is that people are not going to the beaches with all of them together at the same time, or to the woods. So you really do. You need to get out once in a while. You need to get that walk in, but
really
but
avoid that congregation of people. That's
exactly.
Stay away from each other. Smile from a distance.
Smile away.
Yeah, you really should do that. So, but I understand the question, especially also for people who have dogs, for example. The dogs need to get out, and actually, so do we. But you don't need to go to Zandvoort for that. You can stay at 50 yards from your home for that.
Yeah. Okay, man.
So I got a question for you, Mirwais. You're working in a hospital right now. Can you tell me something about your experience the last few weeks? Because it must be a roller coaster for you back there, man.
Actually, it is. As I said before, it really varies how the patients are coming in. So basically, a couple of weeks ago, we got word of the virus, of course, were coming to our direction. And the hospital where I'm working, we received the very first patients who tested positive on the coronavirus. And from there on, it was indeed really a roller coaster. To be really short about that, it was actually it's amazing to see how people are working together all the time to do whatever we can to actually scale up all the time, to have enough people on the floor, to have enough nurses, doctors, and all kinds of other personnel to actually be able to treat everyone who's coming in. The scary thing about this virus is I'm actually seeing especially in the past weeks and days, that more and more and more people are coming in, and they're getting actually really worse with the days. And so, as I said, it really varies how people come in. Of course, all of them are feeling really unfit, but some of them are really in a critical state, and that's actually a really scary thing to see, because we see it more and more every day. So once again, for everyone who's listening, please stay at home. But as Nolan said, take a walk, around the block, but don't go to Zandvoort or anywhere else. And don't go visit your friends. Don't go visit your grandma or grandpa at this very moment.
It's not a vacation.
No.
No, actually, no. So it actually varies, and it's really interesting from one perspective to be alive and actually working in a hospital at this very moment, because I doubt we will see something like this ever again with the impact that it had. But it's scary on the other hand as well, to see how many people are getting in, and it's getting more and more, and people are getting sicker and sicker. And at the moment, there's absolutely no sign that we're on top of this virus. It's only spreading at the moment.
So what are you guys doing to stay healthy? I mean, you're in direct contact.
You guys,
yeah, man. How you guys doing that?
Well, I sleep a lot these days. I've never slept so much, and it actually feels really good. So I think I'm going to do that when Corona is over as well. Basically, I try to take care of myself, and I try to take care of the team, and the team is taking care of each other. I try to eat well. I try to sleep a lot. I really focus on my recovery in between shifts, and I do home workouts every now and then to boost my immune system. So the self-care rules that you can read about on the internet, on a million sites, they're really important at this very moment. And the other thing is we really look out for each other on the floor. So if someone is having a hard time, we try to support him or her, and the same goes for me. So that's a really good thing to see.
So you're all wearing protective clothes, and
taking protective measures to prevent the spread and infection, of course, right?
Yeah, we do. So on the floor, we wear those stuff only when we get in the chamber where a patient is at. Yeah. So we're not wearing it all the time, but only when we're in contact with a patient who is possibly a corona positive.
Right. Yeah, I think one other thing that I've seen as a result of this, there's a lot of really scary things going on, and I think it's pretty easy to fall into like a negative spiral or kind of a trap, but there's this overwhelming positivity, I feel, coming from, like the support for all of you guys. They are taking care of us, making sure that we get through this. Companies like Rogue Fitness, who have shut down their factories, they're not producing fitness material anymore. They're now producing masks, and they're looking at
solid.
Unbelievable, man! Like that there's people out there, companies out there, like everyone to some extent is really coming together. As scary as this is, it helps to help kind of focus, for me at least, on those positive things.
Yeah, for us as well, Nolan. It's really great to see that I finally joined the Marvel family now, officially. No, but really, it's really great to see that people at these times they get, it's like a wake up call. People get remembered what's really important in life. So, and it's also really amazing to see that all these companies are doing whatever they can just to help us out. In these crazy times, but really, you're right, man. I've never had so much appreciation from all my friends and family and people. They did send me messages all the time in the beginning, like, "Hey, how are you? How are things?" So it's really lovely to see.
Yeah, brother, you guys are the first line of defense. You guys are the steely-eyed killers, man. The ninjas on the ground, helping us, and man, I can't thank you enough.
No, there's no need for thanks, Nolan. But don't forget that first we do whatever we can to stop the virus. But next, you should do whatever you can to keep the people fit as they are. Because as people are staying home, of course, the couch is feeling really comfortable. And as people start to
Netflix is on and calling.
Well, if people stay on the couch all the time, we have different problems in a couple of months, of course, because in the end, I don't want to exaggerate or anything, but inactivity kills more people than viral infections, guys. Don't forget about that.
Cool. Well,
so you keep them alive.
Yeah, we'll do our best, man. Like Coach Glassman said a while back, right? There's swim coaches and there's lifeguards. And us trainers, we're swim coaches. We're teaching people how to swim and trying to keep them safe. But right now in this moment, we need a bunch of lifeguards, and that's you, man. You guys are saving lives and doing what you can. So we're all on the same team. We're doing this together, and thanks just a ton, man.
Yeah,
no problem at all, guys.
All right, Mirwais, thank you very much for taking the time. I know you are extremely busy, and you have to go into night shifts tonight. So
yep.
Thanks very much. thanks for everything you do and have done the last time and the last weeks and before, and hopefully we can see each other soon, man.
I hope the same thing. Thank you so much, both of you guys, for asking me to do this. It's really great to talk to you. We should do it more often, also off the grid.
Yeah.
It's also great to have the legend Nolan also on the other side of the phone.
I don't know about a legend, buddy, but yeah, I appreciate that, man. And we will definitely do this again. It's cool, man. It's great to have your perspective and your knowledge.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
So, all right, that was Mira talking on the phone. Was really good to hear his perspective.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Just having somebody that, like we said, like he's got his boots on the ground, firsthand knowledge. There's no filter. There's nothing coming through. There's no biased opinion other than his own, which just happens to be a doctor in the emergency department dealing with patients.
Yeah,
so
it's amazing what they do back there.
Absolutely.
And what he's saying, stay home, get some sleep, keep moving.
Yeah.
Make sure you have the right nutrition.
Yeah, I think those main points that he said, I mean, and you could feel it in his voice, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, guys, first off, everybody's at risk. This isn't an old person thing. This isn't a sick person thing. This is a human thing. Yeah. We're all at risk of being contaminated, of being infected. And even if you're in a population where you're more fit or younger or maybe less susceptible, first off, younger people are dying too. Yeah. So nobody's special in this case. Everybody can be infected. Everybody can be infected and have a tough time dealing with it. So, but don't just think about yourself. Think about your family. Think about the other people that you might come in contact with. It's not just you, man. It's us, right? Yeah. We have to think of this as an us thing, a huge society thing.
Yeah, and a lot of people think, oh, in 2 weeks it will be over. We don't know.
Nobody knows. Yeah.
Stay at home as long as the government asks you to stay at home, right?
Yeah, exactly. And what he said too, like he took a little, he gave a little, right? He said stay there at home, but at the same time, it is important that we keep moving. It is important to get outside a little bit, but it's not a vacation. It's not time to go to the beach. It's not time to go to some kind of national park and hang out with a bunch of people. If you're by yourself, I mean, again, if you're with your partner 24/7, what you got, he or she's got, and what she's got or he's got, you got.
Yeah.
But still, let's minimize that social, just that contact. Let's help everybody out by maybe not thinking about ourselves so much, but just society as a whole. Yeah.
All right, Nolan. Thanks for this episode. Looking forward already to the next one. We keep everybody updated about what we will do the upcoming weeks. If you have anything you want to have us talking about, please drop a comment.
Yeah.
Or send us a direct message on Instagram, Facebook, whatever. And
Robin, thank you too, brother. Again, it was fun. It's a blast. I really love sharing this kind of information or finding out this information.
Yeah.
And then sharing it with our community as a whole. And just a reminder, guys, we really want to dedicate this to Giancarlo. Rest in peace, brother. And our sympathies, condolences to his friends and family, loved ones. Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.